Okay, so I decided to tell the whole story about why, um, what happened to me. So I was in a relationship with a person that I have children with. It was an on and off relationship, and sometimes people say on and off relationships that you should just leave it off. If it's on and off, leave it off. Don't keep trying to go back and do different things. Just leave it off. And I should have listened. But I got in the relationship because of my children, and I got out of the relationship because of my children. And I wasn't happy. I was very sincerely, completely depressed. Like, people talk about depression. I didn't understand depression until I was in it. I didn't want to eat. Well, not that I didn't want to eat, because I love food and nothing can stop me from eating. But like, I was doing things that was preventing me to be the best me. Like, just a lot of different things. Alcohol, and I'm not even really big alcohol drinker. Like, I'm such a lightweight. And recreational activities, for children purposes, I don't want to go into it too much, but I was just doing a lot of different things that didn't serve me mentally and physically, because I wasn't happy in the state where I was in. And I contemplated suicide multiple times because I felt like that was my only way out of the situation that I was in. And then I started seeking help. And when I tell people, therapy, finding a life coach, someone spiritually aligned with you, someone professionally aligned with you, helps a great deal. So I sought out help for myself, to better myself. And once I sought out help, I realized a lot of things I wasn't going through wasn't my fault. Excuse me. It wasn't anything that I was doing that allowed me to be in the situation that I was in. It was the person. Sometimes, people will never change no matter how bad you want them to change. And to me now, that's okay. You just wasn't the one for me. And I'm okay with that. God has my husband for me, and the person that I'm supposed to be with, God has that person for me. And you just wasn't it. And that's okay. But I didn't realize that. I thought I tried to make something out to be what it wasn't. So I went through a period of heck, like purity heck. Wanting to be first in a person's life who would never put you first. And frankly, I was like, if I ever got first in that person's life, would I want to be here? And after I thought about it, I was like, nah, because being first in that person's life wasn't the prize. I thought it was, but it wasn't. Because that person is not even first in their own life. So how can they put you first if they're not even first in their own life? And that's sad, because you should always it should be God, yourself, your family, and others, and others consist of outside family. Like, it should be God, yourself, children, spouses, and others. And if a person can't see that, they can't even put God first or their self first, then they're not going to put you first. And sometimes that's a blessing, because like I said, you get there and you're like, did I really want to be here? Hey, I don't want to be here anymore. So you get out of that situation. And then on your way out of that situation, they try to do any and everything to try to hurt you while you're getting out of that situation. They try to bring weak people against you, people that never liked you, jealous of you, to come against you. And you know who's jealous of you when you cut them off and you see them for who they are. You might have known who they are all this long time, but a zebra can't hide its stripes but for so long, period. Like, a person can act like they love you, but when the truth comes out, the truth comes out. And I thank God for the truth, because the truth will set you free, period. It will set you free. And I've never been the one to... Fake love has never been my thing. I spot fake love. Like, I don't need your love. I don't need it. If it's fake, I don't need it. Keep it. Give it to somebody else, you know? But sometimes people do that for their own ego. But I don't need it, because I have real love from God, and God is going to send the people to me that's going to provide me with the love that I need. So with that being said, I was moving. I moved 3 times out of the house that I was staying in with this person, and we're not giving this person any type of... People that know, but I'm not giving this person any type of clout, I guess that's the word, any type of recognition by saying who they are. They know who they are, and the weak people surrounding them know who they are. So that's all that matters. If I was moving out of the house, 3 times I moved out of the house. 2 times I moved out peaceful, no issues, anything, because the person wasn't home. The last time I moved out of the house, the person was home. Was supposed to be at work, but the person decided to be home, which is okay. Like, fine. I just come in and get my things and I'm out. Peace. You never have to worry about me ever again in life. And I think that was the problem. I like these earrings. Sorry, I get so distracted. But this earring is so cute, and I think it matches this. I'm gonna put it on. Okay, but anyway, so I was moving my things out of the house, and I call them the dead, because they are. And it's not even like being mean, but they are. They're dead mentally, physically, spiritually. They're dead. So we call them the dead. So the dead was there, and the dead spoke. Now, I haven't spoke to this dead person in months. You know, the last thing we said to each other is we don't want to have anything else to do with each other. Like, nothing. You don't need to speak to me. I don't need to speak to you. So they spoke, and I ignored them. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't with you. Bodak Yellow, Cardi B. That's my anthem. I didn't speak. She got so into her feelings. The dead got so into her feelings, like so into her feelings. She was like, oh, huffing and puffing. I'm like, Dad, I irritate you that much? Okay, my spirit. Okay, spirit. We irritate her that much that she's so flustered that I don't want to speak. I was like, yo, I'm not deaf. She was like, oh, I know you're not deaf, but you are rude. I said, I might be rude. I give you that, but I'm not deaf. So she called her other dead to come over to, I guess, fight me or confront me. I don't know what she was there to do, besides look stupid. I don't know. But she called the other dead over. And they're outside. Now, mind you, my children are there this whole time. And this is what really bothered me out of everything. Like, I didn't care about them. Like, I know who they are. I see you for who you are. You're dead. You're physically, mentally, and spiritually dead. Period. I see that already. I saw that already. But my children were there. And my children had to witness this. And this is what bothered me. But on to the story. So the dead there, she's outside. Rah, 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 rah. I don't know what she was saying, honestly, because it all sounded like wah, 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 wah to me. Because I don't understand dead language. I speak life. I don't speak dead. So anything she said really didn't penetrate, like went in one ear and out the other, like wah, 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 wah. So I'm like, my 19-year-old son, he wouldn't let me get out the house because he didn't want, you know, anybody to try to jump me. What he was doing was protecting his mom. The person that I was living with, he outside being who he is, dead too, just instigating. He knew this was going to happen because he told his children and also told me, you might want to hurry. He told me you might want to hurry up because you probably not going to like what's going to happen. I'm like, I don't care what's going to happen. Like, they can't hurt me. When are you going to realize this and they realize this? I don't care how much they feel like they can. They can't hurt me. Like, period. Period. And he was like, he just kept, I don't know what he was doing or saying. He told the children, don't get involved. Whatever's happened, don't get in the middle of it. So my children already knew something was about to happen. So I guess something happened and we finally get together. She's yapping, just talking a whole bunch of craziness. I don't know. She said I had a back page, I think it's called. Back something page. Called me a prostitute. I'm like, prostitute? Never. Back page? Never. But, like, we want to talk about people selling stuff. If I was a prostitute, at least I was getting money and not drugs. Like, she has sex with people for drugs, but a prostitute have sex with people for money. So which one do you think is better? But hey, I didn't say none of that because I was like, you're stupid. You sound stupid. Like, back page, this never would have to be on anybody's back page. If anything, I'm on the front page, not a back page. But hey, that's neither here nor there. You're just yelling stupid stuff. You keep your house dirty. You do this, you do this. And the funny part is, I keep my house dirty. Every time you ever seen me, guess who I was living with? You never seen me on my own. So unless you really watching me that hard, like, but I'm like, everything that you're saying, you're making the other dead look just as bad because guess what? He would never, ever find anybody like me. So if I'm such this bad person, what does that say about the dead that you're related to? Like, so that's why everything she was saying, I'm just looking like, you sound stupid. Like, you are 30-something years old looking like a crackhead, which runs in the family. Because guess what? The other dad that called you is a crackhead. So it's like y'all all together and y'all look like a bunch of crackheads. But anyway, I called the police because I'm like, yo, my children's here. Like, if it was a one-on-one thing, it would just been a one-on-one thing. But y'all got my children here. Y'all got like 4 or 5 people here. No, at this point, it's about my safety and about the safety of my children. So I called the police. The police came and they lied, just straight up lied. And I'm just like, y'all are a bunch of clowns. This story is funny because it's like people who feel like they have the upper hand never have the upper hand. And you're just looking like, you did all of this for what? Because at the end of the day, you're still miserable. I'm still leaving. I'm still happy. But you're still miserable. And you're always going to be miserable. So it's just funny. And I just had to tell this story because people were like, people were saying a whole bunch of things. Like, it's like, you're disgusting. Your family is disgusting. Your child is disgusting on both sides. Everybody's disgusting. And what did you gain? I'll wait. What did you gain? You didn't hurt me. You have more bruises on you than me. And it was 4 people who jumped on me. And one of the people had a gun. She was like 500 pounds and she had a gun because she can't run. So she had a gun. Like, lady, you can't even run. You need to stay where you are. It was just a whole mess. And I know I'm going, like, I'm cutting and pasting and going because I really don't remember and I really don't care. But I wanted to get this story out because it's me. And if I don't get the story out, if I don't tell my side, nobody else would tell my side. But nobody else could tell my side. But it was just so funny to me because I'm like, which I tried to do failed miserably. Miserably. If that's the way to say it. Miserably. Okay? It failed miserably. Because you look stupid. You're still going to look stupid. You're not happy. You would never be happy. You would never have anybody love you the way I have and will be loved in life. Never. You will always be miserable. So it's like, what did you gain out of this? What? It's no like clout. Because you're going to say, oh, I jumped Tony. Now you got to say I jumped, because if you ever say one-on-one, because you know when it was one-on-one, I had you. And your brother had to say, okay, enough is enough. The other dad had to say, enough is enough. Stop. You gotta. You know what I'm saying? Like when it was me and you knew who had the best of you. But you had to have other people jump me, which is cool. You know, do what you do. Weak people need weak people. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, what did you accomplish? Nothing. You're still miserable. Your children miserable. Your child miserable. You're miserable. Everybody's miserable except me. I'm living in peace, in harmony. So just let this be a lesson. Don't come against God, people. Because when you do, you will be left out looking crazy while they are flourishing, looking like peace. Okay? And like I said, I know this story probably don't make sense, and I'm going to tell a story probably again with my children so he can kind of help fill in the pieces, because I really don't care. So it's just like, I've been telling how I see it in my head in the pieces that I remember. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. I really don't care. But yeah, that was it. But I knew I said I would speak my piece. I would tell my side of the story. So that's why I wanted to say my piece. Okay. This daggone laptop is getting on me nerves.